What's good, y'all? It's your boy Reek Got Options, and thank you for joining RGO on another episode of Sunday Stocks. Like I always say, whether the market is up or down, we see green. And if you've been playing the long term lately, you've been seeing a lot of green. But if you've been looking at healthcare, which we talked about in the Discord, you've been seeing a lot of green if you played the downside. I called puts out in the Discord around 390, and then we dropped about a good 150 points from there. At this 23% retracement level, we just fell right off the face of the earth. But now UNH, Lilly, and other healthcares, they're trying to bounce back up. We got a nice little neckline right here we need to break out of. Small little gap right here with Lilly. I like long terms for Lilly, UNH, and I also like long terms for Moderna. We're still in my 618 range right here. Those are quick plays that we're going to be talking about in the Discord in this upcoming week. So if you haven't subscribed yet to the Discord, click the link in the description. First 3 days free, $20 a month, and $149.99 a year. Now, back to it. Looking at UNH, craziness, but this is a morning star doji right here. If you was to flip this upside down, it'd be a shooting star. Now, since it's a shooter to the inverse, right? That's how we look at bullish and bearish reversals. This looks good. We can fill this gap up. Not saying this week, not saying next week, but if you play the long term, you could play these gaps to the upside, because how far can this thing go before it gets delisted? You know what I'm saying? And UNH isn't trying to go out like that. So I wouldn't expect UNH to go any lower than this. I would expect it to go up to at least about 375 in the next month or two. Those are great long-term options plays that I would like to get into. This is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. That's just what RGO would do. Looking at SPY, we are running it up. We broke out of the 200 EMA, came back down, found support at the 50 EMA, broke back out and found support at the 200 EMA, with the 9 EMA and the 20 EMA crossing these two. And the 50 EMA also about to cross, right? We gapped up and we kept running up. So this is a V-shaped recovery, prime time V-shaped recovery right here. Now, could get a little cool off right here at 595, 596, which we are trying to do. I would like to see a full V-shaped recovery all the way to 613. But something happened on Friday. If you see the 15-minute chart, what happened after hours, right? I'm zooming for you guys. We took a nice little dip, 6-point drop right by close, boom. You know why? Because we got a downgrade. Moody issued the first ever U.S. credit downgrade, cutting the rating due to rising government debt. That was crazy, caused a lot of panic selling, but your good old boy Donald Trump is trying to pull Jerome Powell moves of just speaking and just moving the market something crazy. And he said, I just learned about the panicans at Moody's who are so blind, even Stevie Wonder can't believe it, have downgraded our credit to AA1. If I got an A in school, I'd be so happy. So to get 2 A's is a real honor. Additionally, I have spoken to the great Jeffrey Sprecher, chairman of ICE, and we will be delisting and nationalizing Moody's at the opening of business Monday. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So this is kind of crazy, because usually if the U.S. gets a downgrade with any type of thing, we next day we get a nice little 1% plus dip. I don't see that happening on Monday, but we'll find out around 6 p.m. today, right when the futures open. And not only do we have that news coming out Monday, we have the CEO of NVDA speaking today at Computex, the annual technology trade show, with the year's theme, AI Next. So if there's great news coming out about NVIDIA and everything like that, it's going to be a major gap up. It seems like, quote unquote, market manipulators, I'm using air quotes right now while I'm talking, are just battling it out, duking it out, right? But what I want to look at now is we got that panic sell, but it would have really been bad if we did not find support at the 200 EMA after hours. We stopped right there. So retail traders, everybody else, dark pool traders, everything, they probably found a pause and said, you know what, we're panicking a little too much. Let's just chill, see what's going to happen next. So what we have to do is wait for futures to come out and to see what's going on Monday morning, because not only do charts work, because I feel as though technicals reign supreme, the news plays a big portion of what's going on in the market. And if you look at it, to be honest, we only took away Friday's returns. We came back down around this area. We took away Friday's returns. I would not panic unless we got lower than 583. So what you can do is, from this space right here, get this data. I would take my Fibonacci retracements, right? Since we got that downgrade, boom. top to bottom for this movement right here. And then I will look at my 6.6, 6.18 range and 50% retracement level. Again, under 50%, down bad. 583, you see me just show right here. This is where I would start panicking at. Well, not really panicking, but I would just, get risk off. Under 583, 63, and that's the 38% retracement level. That's my last line of defense. So this is what I would leave up here. This is how I would day trade. This is how I would look to get into my scalps and my positions to prepare for Monday. Overall, playing the long term, we are looking at 613 for the high. Going back to the Discord, I'm gonna leave you with this right here. We had a lot of call outs. We talking the pre-market plan about how we're going to maneuver throughout the whole week, right? And then I had a challenge. For whoever in the Discord made 1,000% play from April 23rd to May 23rd. I would send them $100 personally. And would you look at this? The U and H puts paid out heavenly. They paid out great on Thursday. We had one person. Nope, that's not the play. Here it is, right here. Had a person 2,900%. Another one 5,300%. We could round it up to 5,400%. One day, UNH trade. This is what we do in the Discord. This is the wins that we get. We don't play any games. All right, we get proper call outs. We're honest. We don't gatekeep. General chat, we sit here. We give you great news that's coming out, things that you might not see on the high ticker. We can go up and we could just show that how crazy these plays were when that information came out. Right? UNH is taking a big dump. And where are my guys at right here? Just to show you some love, man. Crypto Bullish and Johnny Blaze. Shout out to you guys. Look at this. $51. Bought it on the 14th. Expiration the 16th. Boom. $2,200. Same thing. Bought this on the 14th. $32. $925. This is what we do in the Discord. We make good plays, great call outs, and we don't gatekeep. So, going over the market, quick overview. It's going to get crazy. A lot of news coming out today and tomorrow. I'm just battling that downgrade that we got. We just have people on one side panicking, people on the other side that's super bullish. What you need to do is always remain comfortable in your positions, meaning play the long term. Don't sit there and overtrade. And for the love of your portfolio, protect profit. Have your stop losses, have your trailing stop losses, because you don't want to sit there and have big trades, 100%, 200%, 1,000% play, and then blow it all away just trying to trade 0 DTE. No, we don't want to do that. If you're going to try to trade 0 DTE, watch my previous videos, subscribe to the Discord. You're going to learn how to navigate properly when you want to take your 20 to 30% scalps and then keep it moving like that. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys this week. Catch me tomorrow. We're going to be up and early in the morning. Like I said, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. We got options for all my social media handles, and subscribe to the Discord. Become a market bully. You know what I'm saying? Because we got you. Also, if you are a market bully, remember, click the affiliate link channel so you can use your affiliate link. You will get $10 for every paid subscriber that you get to subscribe to the Discord. Peace.